in the building. He'll be part of our commentary team. That was just a highlight of my just broadcasting career. My life was to sit next to Iron Mike and Iron Will the night that we did it in downtown Albany.
You know, and the cream of wheat reference, for anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, it was hilarious that night. We're working with Mike, and then all of a sudden up comes this giant bowl of cream of wheat. So during the broadcast, Mike was hammering down a bowl of cream of wheat, and it turns out it was like 8 packets worth.
Yeah. And he had like the most beautiful, I don't know what he was like pouring out of this like silver thing. It looked like a genie's lamp.
I don't even know where the hell you would get that.
I don't either.
In the Albany, the convention center.
And I said to him, I'm like, Mike, of all of the things, I mean, I would think you'd be chowing down on a steak or a burger or something. He's like, no, I just wanted my cream of wheat.
Well, but he did say he more went to a vegetarian
That's true.
style diet.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So I think he wanted sea bass as well, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, what a night that's going to be. We're just a couple of months away, September 13th, Cage Wars 67.
I mean, it's 2 months away. It's 8 weeks.
That's crazy. I don't want to wish the summer away, but I'm very much looking forward to that.
Can you imagine being a young guy? I mean, these guys are going to be clamoring to get on this card. Alex Williams coming out of MVMMA. You see Duff Holmes, former Cage Wars champion and now pro fighter Al Morrow. Al wanted us to make an announcement on air. He said he hates sleeveless shirts, but he's doing it for the team.
No, he said I don't like tank tops.
He meant sleeveless shirts.
He meant sleeveless. Okay. Because and then Will, he walked away, and you're like, he's not even wearing a tank top. He's wearing sleeveless. But Al's a tough son of a gun, man. I'm not going to tell him how he
Oh,
looks
man,
in that
I remember when he fought former double champ Corey Norman, and he was hitting him with some shots against the cage, and they just echoed through the arena.
Oh, look at him. Yeah, Al looks like a bruiser.
And, you know, speaking of that, you know, Mike Tyson-style boxing, his coaches had that Catskill-style peekaboo boxing. You know, his coach, New Cuss, they had some cross-training with competitors over the years, and that really shows in Al's boxing. He's very, very comfortable in those close quarters.
Al's a bad, bad man.
Looking forward to seeing him in his next pro fight. I'd love to hear when that is.
What are your thoughts on this fight, Williams versus Gilfus?
Both of these guys are going to be ready. You know, Alex Williams is 2-1 coming out of MVMMA, and we talk about all the time. Those guys are tough. They're in there. If you're competing for them, you know you've went through the paces. You've had your ass kicked through training camp, and you are prepared. Now, Tyler Gilfus coming out of Taikai, another very well-respected school. He's 1-0, but he's also got 4 kickboxing fights, so he's 3-1 kickboxing. You know, the question here for me is Tyler going to try to utilize that striking, or is he going to try to make it a grappling match? We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official introduction.
Tour 66 with our upcoming contest scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in our welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday at 171 pounds, representing Taikai MMA and Team Andrello. Out of Syracuse, New York, Ty, the Ghost Gilfus. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in yesterday at 170 pounds, representing Mohawk Valley Mixed Martial Arts out of New Hartford, New York, Alex Lachate Williams. The man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is Dan Mergliotta.
Man, I just love it, Will. It was a crazy week. We had storms and tornadoes.
Attempted assassination.
A very uniting RNC this week. I've been looking forward to some serious combat sports, and here we are at Rivers. Good one here between Williams and Gilfus. Gilfus in the blue, Williams in the red.
Oh, nice right hand by Alex Williams.
Was he saying that was an eye poke? Because Williams clearly reacted.
Gilfus doing a nice job mixing those kicks in.
Gilfus kind of a little bit of that awkward style, wouldn't you say?
Unorthodox, absolutely.
Yep.
You hear Duff Holmes calling for that right hand from Williams. And again, when you're fighting somebody with the opposing stance, the straight rear hand is always going to be there.
Check, check.
Tyler Gilfus Using a lateral movement. Alex Williams pressuring. Gilfus doing a nice job throwing a wide array of kicks.
I think Williams is still trying to sort of calculate his opponent. You hear sometimes they'll say he's just sort of downloading the data. He fights with a very awkward style, Gilfus does, and I think Williams is just trying to be patient here.
And again, Gilfus is a long guy. You know, those kicks come from a far distance. He's got Williams' leg. What can he do with it here? Got to be careful with the ground and pound, doing a nice job going to the body. Williams corner calling for him to retain guard. Trying to bring that left leg in. Feet on the hips.
This is still novice, Will?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Anytime you see those shin guards, it's novice. You know, it shows Williams is listening to his corner. And now you see him looking for the leg. One thing in amateurs, you cannot do a rotating leg lock. It can only be a straight knee bar. So, you know, Williams has to be careful here. He's got to be very careful here. Good job by Gilfus smothering that.
Gilfus just appears physically stronger at this point.
He's a big guy. You know,
He
he's
is.
definitely controlling the pace.
So you going to let him up?
If I'm Gilfus, I'm letting him up. Final 15.
Seconds left to go in round one. Both guys will be standing at the end of our first campaign. Ooh,
Nice dirty boxing.
Very nice. Oh! So Williams came alive in the last 15 or 20 seconds. That'll possibly give him some momentum going into round number two. That was a pretty good competitive round.
It was, and I really feel like Williams needs to engage in the clinch and use that dirty boxing like he did at the end of that round. If I'm Gilfus, I'm putting some punches with those kicks and keeping the distance. Duff Holmes very animated. You see him fired up. He's red in the face. He's so fired up. He's trying to really get into Williams. You know, we got to take control of this fight.
And that's exactly what he said. He kept telling him, go forward, go forward.
And that is one of the scoring criteria is control, pressure.
And to Williams' credit, for a young man, he looks very composed. He's taking it all in. You know, you have to. All of these things are factors. I mean, this is still relatively new for these men.
Just being in the lights, having the crowd, having to be
Absolutely.
backstage from like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on.
And then you come into the cage, and it's like this massive, I would imagine, like release of energy, and it takes a little bit for everything to kind of settle in. Looks like the dust is settled, and the way Williams ended round one, he's going to look to capitalize on that early here in round number two. We'll see what happens. Williams in the red, Gilfus in the blue. Oh.
There we go. Williams closing at distance, just like Duff Holmes asked.
Nice job by the young man.
Good job by Gilfus, though, defending. Using that elbow to frame.
And this is right where Williams, I think, wants to fight.
Gilfus doing a good job hand fighting, though. You know, he knew that Williams wanted to throw those hands in the clinch. You hear Duff Holmes imploring Williams to push forward because Gilfus is tired.
Ooh. Yeah, Gilfus definitely appears to be a little bit exhausted.
Al Morrow and Duff Holmes, it's got to feel good to have those two gentlemen in your corner. Nice right hand by Williams. Gilfus got to be careful coming forward.
Ooh.
Nice right hand by
Oh.
Williams.
Oh! Williams landed a good 4 or 5 punches in that last exchange. Real good. I like to see him put those punches together.
Good turn. Nice body lock to turn Gilfus against the cage.
Great round by Williams here in round number two. He has carried that momentum, Will, from the end of round one into round two.
He absolutely has, and he's listened really well and made those adjustments that his corner asked of him. Gilfus did a good job, though. Nice right hand by Alex Williams. Got Gilfus on the back foot. Coming up on 1 minute left.
Gilfus seems to have lost some of his sort of technique. He just lost his mouthpiece, too.
It's Gilfus, not Dilfus.
Gilfus. Gilfus.
He might come find you after the fight.
Listen, there's a litany of mistakes.
Good job by Williams. Gilfus takes a big breath. Williams seems to be gaining energy. Nice right hand.
Oh, and Williams wanted so bad to go to the ground and pound to the face, but he can't because of the novice rules, but still dominating in round 2 with only 30 seconds left to go.
You know, and really, he might have been better off letting him stand up.
Yeah, but this is a great round for Williams here.
Gilfus getting the right foot to the hip. Trying to work the knees up. 10 seconds left.
Gilfus.
Yes, not Dilfus.
I'm the only Gilfus in the really
nice body
work.
shots by Alex Williams.
Great job by Williams. And Gilfus just appears to be completely gassed at this point. Nice job. I don't know if they found Gilfus's mouthpiece or not, but it landed, I think, in like the first or second row.
Yeah, Alex Williams, strong guy, very heavy-handed, very comfortable throwing those hands and defending. Dove Holmes giving him those instructions again. You know, he made the adjustments in the last round. Let's see what he does in this third and final round.
Well, interesting fight to score, too, because I think we would agree that for most of round number 1, Gilfus had control. Williams did win the last 10 or 15 seconds, but we're probably at a 1-1 going into the third round.
I would agree.
Should be a fun one.
Big Dan Mergliotta getting ready to start round 3.
Gilfus, Williams, round 3 starts now. Even fight. Williams coming out strong.
Well, and again, Duff Williams is saying, go to him. Don't let him sit out there and throw those kicks.
And if you're Gilfus, like you had mentioned, he's longer.
Nice right hand. Yep,
says
get up, exactly.
Smart. Ooh. This could be the beginning of the end, Will.
Absolutely. Gilfus still game, though, still throwing those kicks.
He's just gassed. I love the heart of Gilfus. I just don't think he's got enough energy to compete much. And the clock hasn't started, but we're probably about a minute or so into our third and final round. They'll situate that.
Oh, nice right hand, nice uppercut. He's got him on the cage. Oh!
All right, you just get up again. Just keep doing it. Stand him up.
Yeah, you hear the corner yelling, stand him up, get up. But again, I mean, if you're Alex Williams, you're dominating this round.
Yep. You're right. You've got a fighter in almost a defenseless position here. You could probably do a little bit of damage to the body right now if you're Williams, but it's probably more fun for him to be standing up right now. He's just had so much success.
Gilfus trying to push on the hips. Halfway through the third and final round.
You know, and give Gilfus credit, though. That young man is game.
Now, if I'm Williams, I would start looking for the choke. If you want to turn that way, throw that arm under the neck and look for that rear naked. He's looking for head and arm. Can he get to the left, get to Gilfus' right side? Gilfus is trying to answer the phone, which was a good defense.
Pretty good power to the body.
Dove Holmes calling for north-south position. Final minute. Shoulder pressure. You hear him calling for the mount. Nice knee to the body. We don't see that a lot in the novice bouts. Alex Williams making Gilfus wear his weight.
Nice job by Gilfus.
Oh.
30 seconds left to go.
Gilfus still game, though.
Sure is. He's tough. I give him credit. He's pretty much lost all of his technique at this point. He's just sort of flailing out there, but both guys are gassed.
Well, and, for the folks at home who've never competed, I challenge you for 3 minutes to do jump rope, do shadow boxing, whatever it is.
I think that was more of a slip. I'm not minimizing just how exhausting that is.
For those folks that have never done it,
it is.
It's exhausting.
Just playing defense and not even mounting any offense is exhausting. Excellent fight.
Alex Williams saying 4 days notice he took that fight. And that speaks to the grit of the MV MMA team.
Keeps himself in shape.
Well, they always say stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
You're ready. Moment's notice, aren't you? I
For
didn't
a
say
good
what
steak.
for. I didn't say what for.
I like some pizza.
Always ready. I like the pizza here.
All the food here is amazing at Rivers Casino.
Wait, are we now going to be joined by El Shaddai Van Hosen?
I believe we are.
What?
How you guys doing?
El Shaddai.
Yes.
Our man, how we doing, big fella?
I'm living good. I'm here enjoying these fights. Young Alex Williams.
He looked good, right?
He looked great, and he's young. He's only 18, just graduated high school.
4 days notice.
Yep, I got a chance to talk to him yesterday, and just by that performance, 4 days notice, you know what that means.
Impressive.
That means he's been putting in the work, and he stays ready. So he's got to get ready. He's accompanied by Al Mero, fighting for LFA in the next 2 weeks.
Is he? I was just wondering when the next fight was.
It's in 2 weeks over in
And as always, fight fans, a round of applause for two great fighters. After 3 hard-fought rounds of mixed martial arts, we go to the official scorecard. The judges have scored the fight 29-28, 29-28, and 29-28. All in favor of your winner by way of unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Alex Williams.
They got that decision right.
Yeah.
Gilfus was very, very game, though. He just seemed to get a little bit exhausted toward the end, maybe